Now on Nightside, the weather is warming up. The warning from law enforcement before you hit the river this Memorial Day weekend.
That is right. Warmer, sunnier weather in the forecast for Memorial Day weekend, but I'm also tracking showers and possible thunderstorms. I'll help you plan around them.
A critical college pathway program is closing. Why some Spokane students are facing an uncertain future. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. And thanks for staying up with us for your Friday. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. We are poised for some gorgeous weather for our 3-day weekend. And while a trip to the river sounds nice, the water is still extremely cold, fast moving, and dangerous. Right now, the water is moving at 6,400 cubic feet per second. Imagine 6,400 basketballs passing by you every second. And beneath the surface, there are dangers we can't see. Powerful undercurrents, rocks, and tree branches that can trap people underwater. Mark Gregory for the Spokane County Sheriff's Office served on the dive and rescue team for several years. He knows well that even something as innocent as going in to cool off can turn deadly in a matter of minutes.
I've pulled people out of the water within minutes and they haven't made it. We have ways of trying to get there quickly, but it still takes time. And that time's precious when you go underwater.
The water is 54 degrees right now, so Mark Gregory says if you do plan to hit the water for fly fishing or just to get your feet wet, don't go out past your waist and always wear a life jacket. A program that's helped hundreds of Spokane students reach college and their dreams will soon be gone. The College Success Foundation, a vital resource for first-generation and low-income students in our region, is preparing to close its office next month. The news has left students, educators, and community leaders reeling as they grapple with the loss of a program that's changed so many lives.
Just the beauty and the benefit that each of them has to bring into our community. So it's a huge loss. Huge loss for Spokane.
CSF leaders say they are working to find new ways to support students here despite the upcoming office closure. Kootenai County's population is growing and so is the demand for housing. Realtors say there aren't enough homes or rentals to meet the demand, and the shortage is now pushing prices higher. The median home now costing around $528,000. Affordable options are hard to come by. All of this creating a very competitive housing market.
You have people that move up here and can't really afford to buy right now and are getting into rentals and staying in rentals until they can afford to buy something.
Right now, there are several affordable housing units being built across the county, but realtors worry that there aren't enough of them to meet the current demand.
Want to be friends?
Well, if you can't get the fire department to come rescue your pet from a tree, who can you call? One North Spokane family found a nonprofit that specializes in pet rescues, and it helped save their cat, Gloria. The Hagels called Canopy Cat Rescue, and less than a day later, one of their cat rescue technicians drove from Leavenworth to Spokane. He says some rescues are more difficult than others, but he could tell Gloria was ready to come down when he finally got to her.
It's super rewarding being able to hand somebody's pet back to them and be like, there you go, hope you guys have a great day, you know, as opposed to like not being able to sleep for days, worrying about your, family member, crying up in a tree, hoping somebody will come get them.
Well, the Hagel family says they will be keeping a watchful eye on Gloria from now on. I'm sure they didn't mean for her to get up in that tree, and I bet she's feeling a lot better. Oh, I love that shot of her nicely settled on the ground.
Yes. Like what? What's the big deal?
A lot of hubbub. Much ado about nothing.
Oh,
so
my
sweet.
goodness. There'll be a lot of cats meowing at the door to get outside with this beautiful weather that we have, and it is just going to get warmer. I want to show you your Memorial Day weekend in total here. 75 tomorrow, blue skies, sunshine, light winds, more of the same on Sunday, but a high of 84 degrees. We do have a chance of showers on Memorial Day. Possible thunderstorms. The best chance for those thunderstorms is going to be in central Washington and in western Montana. Only about a 10% chance in Spokane. I'll talk more on the timing on the rain coming up later in the broadcast. I want to talk about those temperatures, though. We have not been in the mid-70s for a couple of weeks. In fact, we almost 2 full weeks of below average temperatures. Here's our calendar. All of those blue dates are below average. Even today, just barely though. Our average high is 69. We got up to 67, so it was awfully close. But we are going to put an end to that streak in rather grand fashion. And it's been, let's see, so 2 weeks since we've been in the mid-70s. It's been several months, not since September, have we been in the mid-80s. So we are going to be experiencing the warmest weather of the season on Sunday. Cool down on Monday, but still above average before we warm right back up into the 80s. I'll let you know what kind of weather is going to go along with these amazing numbers and tell you about those thunderstorms later in the broadcast. Kirsten.
We'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. Applications are open to join the Spokane City Council representing District 2. On Monday, Spokane County District 2 Council member Lily Navarrete announced her resignation, and the council needs to fill her seat. The deadline to apply for this position is June 20th at 5 p.m. The council will vote and appoint the replacement on July 28th. You can learn more about the application process on our website, kxly.com. This morning, taps echoed across Fairmount Memorial Park as retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Phil Cousin honored fallen service members. As Memorial Day weekend begins, local kids found a special way to honor America's heroes. Children from the Northeast Youth Center spent their morning visiting veterans' graves at Fairmount Memorial Park. They left flags and pennies while saying each name out loud. Today marked the 7th year for this memorial tradition.
It felt really good because just knowing that they died for us, it made me feel good.
Each penny left behind was a quiet message. Someone came, someone cared, and they paid their respects. These kids honored the sacrifices that gave us our freedoms.
It's Superstars night at Avista Stadium. We have Nolan Rhino, Dennis Frogman, and Mike Troutfish, among many others, all making the ballpark to see the Spokane Indians take on the Tri-City Dust Devils. And it's not the best start for Spokane. A hit by pitch with the bases loaded. That walks in the leading run for the Dust Devils. It's 3-2 after 4 total runs marked the first inning. Top of the 4th, Gene Perez collects here. Andy Perez at second, then Skylar Messenger at first. A nice double play to erase those loaded bases. And out of the 5th, Alexander Ramirez, he gets all of that one way out to the caboose. Watch out there. Tri-City home run brings their lead to 5-2. But how about the Indians offense? Jesus Ordonez fires away a double way out to left field. They're not getting that one. Messenger scores, so the lead is trimmed down to 2. And these doubles, they keep on coming this inning. Tevin Tucker gets ready to deliver another one. Spokane gets a little bit closer to the comeback here, but they won't quite in the end. Tri-City holds them off in the 9th in a 10-7 win. Indians keep rolling up and down on that 2025 roller coaster. We're tied again in the series, and we go for Game 5 winner tomorrow just after 5 p.m. Now catch us later on in sports for more on the Star Spokane pitchers Michael Persecki and Connor Eaton on what they say about the young season so far. Kirsten, back to you.
Thank you, Jack. All this week, we have been discussing a topic that greatly affects our community, teens in crisis. We've spoken with experts in the field and shared the stories of those who have had to suffer in silence. And now we're bringing you the story of one man who manages grief in the community every day. Rick Foss is a family service representative at the Heritage Funeral Home. Every single day, he works with people who have lost the ones they love, sometimes those who are taken too soon. Hear the message he wants families to hear about mental illness in this story and all of our teens in crisis reports from this week at KXLY.com. A rare crane has gone missing in Washington, plus how 42 million Americans could be affected if President Trump's big, beautiful bill passes.
Beautiful pick of the night tonight from our friend Andrea Derrickson. She captured this image this morning out at Saltese Wetlands. See a few waterfowl out there on the water. It is a great place to see wildlife. Thank you so much, Andrea, for the beautiful photo. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry.
Welcome to What's Next. For your community, for your career, and for the healthcare field. At Carrington College, we're training the next generation of dental assisting professionals, bringing you the hands-on training to be ready for a career in the dental health world. We're building on a proven legacy of career training, going back over half a century. So if you're ready to train for a career in dental assisting and make a difference in your community, we're ready for you.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
We got a top quality show for you tonight. Fabulous. You guys are fantastic.
See you, Jimmy.
Feel the late night love.
I really like him. Can I go now?
No.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
For the 3rd year in a row, Sturm Heating proudly stands as one of the top HVAC companies in the greater Spokane region. Our team of over 80 HVAC experts prioritize your comfort and air quality utilizing today's most advanced systems. With 80 years of experience, we embody strength, technical excellence, and community commitment. Trust us for unparalleled service. Discover more at sturmheating.com. Your comfort, our legacy. Sturm Heating since 1945, and we're just getting started.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, with new inventory rolling in every day and great financing options available, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
So if you're heading towards Seattle this holiday weekend, be on the lookout for a missing bird. She's of a rare breed and was able to sneak out of her habitat at the Cougar Mountain Zoo. And now the zoo is desperately searching for her. ABC's Rhiannon Nally has the story.
This is the last known photo of the juvenile East African crowned crane. It escaped its enclosure at the Cougar Mountain Zoo near Seattle earlier this week.
This is pretty exciting, isn't it?
This is the biggest thing since the zebras got loose in North Bend.
Zoo officials say it was last spotted yesterday morning around Lake Sammamish State Park and then flew east.
They're beautiful. And they can fly, so I don't know how you keep them in a zoo.
We called them Phyllis Diller birds years ago, the first time I saw them because of the hair.
Art Charity used to live in Africa and says that's what Americans called these cranes since their crown resembles the hairstyle of the late Phyllis Diller. Everyone on the lookout, but no luck yet finding the rare crane.
Lots of eagles, but no cranes.
Are you going to look for a crane today?
I'm looking today.
Okay. What would you do if you see it?
I'm going to contact the zoo and let them know their missing crane has been found.
2 years ago, Flacco the owl became a celebrity in New York City, evading capture for more than a year after a group of vandals left a hole in Flacco's enclosure at the Central Park Zoo. As for Washington's missing crane, zoo officials warn not to approach her. Notify the zoo immediately. Rhiannon Nally, ABC News, New York.
I just learned so much about bird watching because that man was paddleboarding. I mean, have we had Wildlife Wednesday photos?
Oh, they paddleboard to get for sure, and canoe. They're on
that is
both
even
Lake
more
Fernand
impressive.
and
How do you stay still enough to do that?
Birders and wildlife photographers, that is a whole different level of expertise.
It really is.
The things they know amaze me. So that bird is going to get spotted. Yeah, there are people on the case that know what they're doing.
I bet.
I barely see a robin in my yard. But I'm going to be looking for them this weekend, too, because it is going to be beautiful. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Finally, some warmer weather. It is going to be a sunny weekend. The 80s are back. We've had 180 degrees so far. We've had several of them in the 7-day forecast, and we have that possibility of some thunderstorms Monday morning early in central Washington, and then some showers as we head into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Your hour-by-hour forecast on Saturday is very quiet. We'll already be at 50 degrees at 7 in the morning. Blue skies and sunshine, light winds, 0% chance of precipitation. At noon, we're already at 70 degrees. We'll be hitting a high of 75. Our average high 69. So, and no sign of average high temperatures in the 7-day forecast. Around the region, some 80s, including Omak, Grand Coulee, and Moses Lake. 83 tomorrow in Lewiston. We'll be in the mid-70s around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and up through the northern Panhandle, right around the Spokane area. No 80s yet. They'll be there on Sunday, but 78 in downtown, 77 in 9 Mile, Meade, as well as Spokane Valley. Now, we do have some changes coming. Tracking our weather pattern, high pressure amplifying for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, lots of sunshine. That southerly flow is going to bring those temperatures up on Sunday, but we do have this cold front that is approaching. Our ridge starts scooching to the east, and this is what is going to trigger those showers and possible thunderstorms. Let's take a closer look, starting off Sunday at 7 p.m., and we'll see that chance of showers crossing the Cascades early in the morning, Monday 1 a.m., and along this line, this is where we have our best chance for thunderstorms from the east slopes of the Cascades into parts of the Columbia Basin. By the time this front makes its way slowly into Spokane Monday morning, not as much energy to produce those thunderstorms, but as you are heading out to Memorial Day services, which are primarily in the morning on Monday, you may get showered on, and then some hit and miss showers possible as we get into the afternoon and evening. Keep your 4 News Now First Alert weather app handy for updates on this forecast, because it will be fine-tuned over the next couple of days. We just want to be the first to alert you that you may run in to a little bit of less than ideal weather on Memorial Day itself. Otherwise, not a bad Memorial Day weekend forecast. I think that's, considering the 2 weeks we just wrapped up.
Right.
We'll take it.
Yeah, that looks fantastic. All right, thank you, Chris.
Oh.
For your money tonight, iPhones may be getting more expensive as President Trump imposed new tariffs on Apple today. Trump saying he hopes this makes major corporations and tech giants move their production to the U.S. ABC's Zoreen Shah has the story.
Tonight, the global trade war escalating. The Dow dropping more than 250 points. Apple stock dipping over 3% after President Trump announced a 25% tariff on Apple, an American company, and a sweeping 50% tariff on European goods.
It's time that we play the game the way I know how to play the game.
The president says the 50% tariff on the EU will go into effect on June 1st. Trump also saying Apple and even Samsung will be hit with tariffs by the end of June if they don't make their products in the U.S.
The fairy tale that Apple could ultimately take production of iPhones and move that to the U.S.
And the president blasting EU trade practices without citing specifics.
No, they haven't treated us properly. They haven't treated our country properly.
All this as the president faces scrutiny over a cryptocurrency venture dinner last night with top investors. The dinner raking in over $140 million from just 200 crypto traders, some coming in from out of the country.
All of the president's assets are in a blind trust, which is managed by his children, and I would argue one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president back to this office is because he was a very successful businessman before giving it up to publicly serve our country.
Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
42 million Americans could be at risk of losing food stamp assistance. President Trump's big, beautiful bill passed through the House early Thursday morning, and if it passes through the Senate as it's currently written, the bill would reduce the funding for food stamps by $286 billion over the next decade. This means families could receive smaller amounts of food stamp assistance or have the benefit taken away entirely. Republicans say this is to help restore integrity to the program. If the bill passes, it would also make cuts to Medicaid funding, and the bill is currently in the Senate, but is expected to undergo multiple changes before it goes up for a vote. Tips one doctor shares on how to look after your kids in the water this summer, coming up here on Nightside.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When you call the advocates, you'll see right away. We don't fiddle around.
We don't waste time.
Don't dilly-dally.
We don't burn daylight.
Because this isn't our first rodeo.
Or a second.
We know the ropes.
Bend the dance.
We've been down this road.
We know the score.
We've been there.
Got the t-shirt.
Done it all?
Seen it all.
Which means the advocates is the place to call for your injury case. We'll fight to get you the most.
And don't dilly-dally.
Don't start that again. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Don't wait. Hurry down to Walker's Furniture for big Memorial Day savings, where all your favorite mattress brands are on sale. Enjoy even deeper discounts on Beautyrest, Serta, and 40 more styles. Plus, pay over time with 5 years no-interest financing, no money down, and no minimum purchase. It's your time to sleep better and spend less. Plus, get up to $300 of free furniture with select sets sold. Walker's Furniture, where quality sleep just costs less.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
It's a 4-day price crash. Today through Monday at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene. As Cal loads up the lots full of hot buys and is offering up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Plus delaying all payments until August 1st so you can get a new upgraded vehicle and pay less with incredible financing. Get your new vehicle this week at Cal.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by MJ. Tickets on sale at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Well, we started this broadcast with river safety, but swimming in pools can be just as dangerous. Experts say it's recommended to practice the ABCs of water safety. So let's review. A is for adult supervision, meaning that when a child is in the water, an adult should always be paying full attention and avoiding distractions.
Almost like a designated driver. You want a designated watcher watching your kids. Take turns doing it. It gets tiring, but someone needs to know that's their full-time job.
B is for barriers. Dr. Plumley, who you just heard from, recommends creating a fence around the pool. This way children can't accidentally fall in. And last, C is for classes. Dr. Plumley says both parents and children should take swimming classes every single year.
Even though they took them last summer, it's good to do it again this summer, get a refresher course going. And then for the parents to learn CPR, should the tragedy ever occur or be around a tragedy, you're there to help. And start care right away will make a huge difference.
Every year in the U.S., there are more than 4,000 unintentional drowning deaths. So it is important to practice these tips to keep yourself and keep your children safe. Well, the weather is starting to warm up once again. This weekend's going to be a perfect time to load up the car, maybe do a picnic. In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we know just the place for you. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone over Plants Ferry Park in Spokane.
Plants Ferry. It's gorgeous. It's really close to our house. We love this park. It's clean, it's open. They've got soccer practices and games that go on Saturday and Sundays, and it's just a great community place to be. So we bring our bikes down here, we walk down here, and then when mommy's tired, we drive down here. This is wonderful. This is actually one of two. There's this one here, and then there's one over on the other side, and so we can kind of take our choice. And then the weather's nice. It's great to get out every week, but yeah, every couple of weeks we're out here.
Finally, the weather has settled and it's nice and warm. The pathway's fabulous. A lot of fun to ride. It's a huge asset. Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I can ride it any time. My brother-in-law's just actually got an e-bike, so we're going to go out and ride on the bike path tomorrow, actually, do a nice little tour around. So, no, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to ride, and it's very beautiful. I've actually been here one other time, and the river was pretty low, but this time with all the spring runoff, it's really come up a lot. I'm going out to Liberty Lake, so my total ride will be about just an hour and a half. Pretty easy ride. It's nice to be out in the sunshine. Lovely.
lovely. What a great airport adventure. Hey, the Spokane Indians may not be at the top of the standings, but a pair of starters have put together a solid start to the young season.
Michael Persecki and Connor Eaton have just torn up the mound so far this year. Hear from the guys about what they do to stay consistent and locked in over a long season with their few starts available. Coming right up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
Okay, people, admit it. You love your game shows. I love game shows. We all love game shows. It's showtime. But what don't you know?
Just when you thought you knew everything about game shows.
A show about game shows. So special.
My guilty pleasure.
Anything goes.
Making whoopee. Oh, it's better than sex.
Well, now, Jerry, I'm not sure about all that, but it is gonna be good.
Welcome to the game show.
Tuesday night on ABC.
You're welcome.
And stream on Hulu.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.99% APR on a 2025 HRV.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help. So I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
The arms of the Spokane Indians pitching rotation have been red hot this season, especially the likes of starters Michael Persecki and Connor Eaton, the duo among the best in the Northwest League. Both pitchers rank in the top 7 in most statistical categories, including strikeouts, and they've helped the Indians recover after a slow start to the season last month. Tough part about being a starter unique to that role is the inability to play very often, only taking the mound once every 4 or so games. Both pitchers spoke to us today about how they manage those long breaks, regardless of if their last start was a good one or not.
You know, you just kind of got to flush it, and the second you make it stressful, it becomes stressful. You know, we get to play a game for a living. You know, we get to travel to all these obscure places and play some baseball, and you got to kind of put it in perspective that you'll have another one.
Kind of like it, to be honest with you. Being a starter, you're like, it's not just going out there and pitching at the same time. You have to do your scouting. You don't just come out here and watch the games. You're out here, you're trying to get your classroom work in pretty much.
And while neither of these guys pitched tonight, Spokane, well, they didn't fare too well in their game against the Tri-City Dust Devils, falling 10-7 after allowing 13 hits and 5 of the 10 runs in the final 2 innings. Indian pitchers collected a solid 15 strikeouts. 8 of 10 Dust Devils batters struck out, but also 8 batters had a hit. The loss brings Tri-City to 500. Indians are now just 1 game above that line. Spokane returns for Game 5 tomorrow at 5:09 p.m. Seattle Mariners at the Houston Astros, Game 2 of their 4-game series. Leody Taveras blasting off the second deck. First run of the game, M's lead, but these Stros are not going anywhere. Isaac Paredes, the former Tampa Bay Ray, and no doubter, way into left field. That scores 2. Now Houston's in front. Same score in the 5th. Home runs everywhere in Houston. Miles Mastrobuoni in nearly the same spot. Seattle bullpen loves it in the bottom corner there. We're tied. Now at 3 in the 2nd, and wait, here comes that man. It's Cal Raleigh. They're all waiting to see if it goes foul, and it just hangs inside left of the Chick-fil-A cow. That's a 2-run homer. He does it again. That helps lift the Mariners to a 5-3 win, evening the series with the Astros. Gonzaga Bulldogs baseball team concluded their season today at the WCC tournament. They fell 16-7 to the top-seeded San Diego Toreros. USD was up 10-0 through the first three. Pretty much put the game away, despite the team batting a little bit better than their loss against St. Mary's yesterday, ending the Zag season 26-27. That finished second in the conference. Best stretch, 15-2 from mid-March to mid-April. And unbelievable, the Indiana Pacers are playing like a team of destiny. They walk out of Madison Square Garden with another win to take the 2-0 series lead over the New York Knicks. Former Gonzaga star Andrew Nembhard finishing with 12 points, shooting 5 for 8. Impressive from the field. First time in the history of the Knicks they've lost their opening 2 home playoff games in a 7-game series. Tonight was the Pascal Siakam night. The big man scoring 39 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. And Game 3 is back in Indianapolis Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And going back to Cal Raleigh of the Mariners, this is a crazy fun fact. He wears number 29. So on the 29th win of the year, he had a game-winning RBI, which is what he did in their 29th win last year, the year before that, and the year before that. It's crazy. He loves 29. It's
his lucky number.
There's an ESPN stat for you, though, the fun random fact.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a little superstition in baseball, so.
Just saying. Works out well for him.
Interesting. Thanks, Jack. We'll see you after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Right now, you can lease a rugged new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $309 a month. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
At Finley, downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years.
Where we are offering $1,000 extra towards every trade-in, plus delayed payments for 120 days, making it the perfect time to come to Finley.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
Watch Judy Justice weekdays at 3 on KXLY ABC4.
Judy Justice is now in session right here.
Judy Justice is brought to you by Russell and Hill. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Call 1-800-LAW-0842.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
There's that planning forecast. Saturday and Sunday looks so good. That giant thunderstorm on Monday really is misleading. We might get a few sprinkles. There'll be a few rumbles of thunder around the entire region, but most of the day is going to be quite nice.
72 is my favorite number. We were just talking about Cal Raleigh's favorite number.
29 works out for him well.
72 is a good one.
Remember that.
Well, Universal Orlando Resort's newest theme park, Epic Universe, officially opened yesterday. The park has 5 themed lands, so Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Dark Universe, Celestial Park, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic.
Ooh.
There's also lots of themed food and shopping, of course, and 3 new hotels. It's a lot to see.
A lot to spend.
Crazy. And that's a lot of money. Too expensive for me. Can't do it.
Have a great weekend.